Hello everyone, today I am Rishabh Bhardwaj, Assistant Professor from the Mechanical Department, taking the lecture of heat transfer. Today in this lecture, we will study about heat transfer among the grey bodies. Now let's start with the heat transfer with the grey bodies. Today initially we started with the electrical analogy for the grey body heat exchange. An electric circuit analogy for the heat exchange among diffuse gray bodies was developed by the Oppenheim in 1956. Irradiance is the heat flux of energy that irradiates the surface, and it has been denoted by the H. Then we have the radiosity, that is denoted by the B. It is the total flux of radiative energy away from the surface. And the formula that shows that is B is equal to the rho H plus SE, where the net heat flux leaving any particular surface at a difference between B and H for that surface, that Q net will be B minus H. That will be B minus SC by rho. This can be arranged as the Q net is equal to S by rho into EB minus 1 minus rho by rho into B. If the surface is opaque or when the temperature is 0, then 1 minus rho is equal to the A. If it is gray, then A is equal to the S. Then the equation that forms the Ohm's law, that Q net into A is equal to the capital Q net is equal to EB minus B by 1 minus S by SA, where EB minus B can be viewed as the driving potential for the transferring heat away from the surface through an effective surface resistance. It is 1 minus S by A. Now consider the heat transfer from one infinite gray plate to another parallel to it. The radiant energy flow past an imaginary surface if the gray plate is diffuse. Its radiation has some geometrical distribution as that from a black body, and it travels to other objects in the same way that black body radiation. For the example, we can say that if in the first diagram we can see that we have the two bodies by which we are able to transfer the heat through the radiations, and the temperature difference between them is T1 to T2. In the electrical circuit analogy, we can say that we have two parts, that the resistance, thermal resistance, we can say that 1 by epsilon 1 by epsilon 1 into area 1. Then at the second resistance, that 1 by A1 F1 to 2, and third will be 1 minus epsilon 2 by epsilon 2 A2. By the analogy of equation that heat net 1 to 2, that is A1 F1 to 2, B1 minus B2 is equal to B1 minus B2 by 1 by A1 F1 to 2, and the radiosity difference B1 minus B2 can be said to drive heat through the geometrical resistance. 1 by A1 F1 to 2, that describes the field of view between the two surfaces. When two gray surfaces exchange radiation only with each other, the net radiation flow through a surface resistance for each surface and a geometry resistance for the configuration. Recalling that EB is equal to sigma T4, we can obtain that the Q net 1 to 2, that will summation of EB1 to EB2 by the resistance. That is the summation of sigma T1 raised to power 4 minus T2 raised to power 4 by 1 by S by SA1 plus 1 by F1 1 to 2 A into A1 plus 1 minus S by A. For the infinite parallel plate, F1 to 2 is equal to 1 and the A1 is equal to the A2, and the net heat flow, that is 1 to 2, then the equation will form as Q net is equal to 1 for the process 1 to 2 is equal to 1 by summation of sigma T raised to power 1 minus T raised to power 4 minus T2 raised to power 4 upon 1 minus S1 plus 1 by S2 minus 1. For the comparison by comparing the equation, we can identify for the parallel plates. If the plates are both black, then S1 is equal to S2 is equal to 1, and F1 to 2 is equal to 1 is equal to 1 to 2 or 2 to 1. For that, we have taken one example, that one gray body enclosed by another. Evaluate the heat transfer from 1 to 2 and the viewing factor 1 to 2 for gray body enclosed by other. As you can see in this figure, we have the two bodies that envelop other or enclosed the another body, where the T is equal to the T1 at the system and the boundary having the area A1, and the outer envelope, that is the T2, and the area is A2. Here the critical circuit analogy is exactly the same as shown in the figure, that F1 to 2 is still unity. For that, the heat flow net 1 to 2 is equal to the A into small q, from 1 to 2. That will be the summation of sigma T1 raised to power 4 minus T2 raised to power 4 by 1 by S1 by S1 A1 plus 1 by A1 plus 1 minus S2 by S2 A1. The transfer factor may again be identified by the comparison to the equation, that the Q net 1 to 2 will be the help of this formula, and we are able to identify the total heat transfer from the body. This calculation assumes that the body does not view itself. Then we have a second example, that a transfer heat reciprocity. Then drive 2 to 1 for the enclosed body, and shown in the same in the previous figure. Then the Q net 1 to 2 is equal to the minus Q net 2 to 1. It means A1 F1 to 2 sigma T raised to T1 raised to power 4 minus T2 raised to power 4 is equal to A F2 to 1 sigma T raised to power 2 to 4 minus T1 raised to power 4. We can obtain the reciprocity relationship for the faster factor, that A1 F1 to 2 is equal to A2 F2 to 1, with the result that's been shown that F2 to 1 is equal to A1 by A2 F1 to 2. Then we have, if we consider the small gray body in a large environment, then drive F1 to 2 for the small gray body in a large isothermal environment. The result can be given by the equation. Then we have the equation that F1 to 2 is 1 by S1 1 by S1 plus A1 by A2 plus S1 1 by S2 minus 1. Note that the same result is obtained for any value of A1 by A2 if the enclosure is black or S2 is equal to 1. The large enclosure does not reflect much radiations back to the small object and therefore becomes like perfect absorber of the small object radiates a black body. Next in this category we have the radiation shield. A radiation shield is a surface usually of high reflectance that is displaced between a high temperature source and its cooler environment. For that we have to consider a grey body surrounded by the another grey body too, with a thin sheet of reflective material placed between the two bodies as the radiation shield. We may put the various radiation resistance in series. Let the Q net is for the process 1 to 2, that will be summation of sigma T1 power 4 minus T2 power 4, and the summation of 1 minus S1 by S1 into A1 plus 1 by A1 plus 1 by S2 A2 plus 2 1 minus SS by SS ES plus 1 by S, assuming that the viewing factor 1 by 1 to S and S to 2 is equal to 1. Here we have some note that the radiation shield reduces Q net 1 to 2 more if the emittance is smaller, that is if it is highly reflective. Then we have the specular surface. If the two gray bodies are diffused emitters but they are perfectly specular reflector, then the transfer factor become 1 to 2, that will 1 summation of 1 by 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2 minus 1. These are the identical equation for the parallel plates. Since the parallel plates are the special case of the situation, and it is true for either specular or diffuse reflection. Let's discuss some examples for that. And we have a physical experiment uses the liquid nitrogen as a coolant, and the saturated liquid nitrogen at 80 Kelvin flow through 6.35 mm outer dia of stainless steel line, where SL is equal to 0.2 inside a vacuum chamber. The chamber walls are at Tc is temperature, that is 230 Kelvin, and are at some distance from the line. And they determine the heat gain of the line per unit length. If a second stainless tube 12.7 in diameter is placed around the lines to act as radiation shield, to what rate is the heat gain reduced? Find the temperature of the shield. We have to find out the temperature of the shield. For the nitrogen coolant will hold the surface of the line at essentially 80 Kelvin. Since the thermal resistance of the tube valve and the internal convection or boiling process are small, without the shield we can't model the line as a small object in the large enclosure. That Q gain, that is the energy gain, is equal to pi d1 to into S1 sigma t raised to power 4 minus Tc raised to power 4. And then the radiation shield would cut the heat gain by the 47%. By putting the values we get 0.328 watt per meter. Then the heat cut is 47%. The temperature of the shield Ts may be found using the heat loss and considering the heat flow from the chamber of the shield, that will become 213 Kelvin. Now we have one electrical circuit when more than two gray bodies are involved in heat exchange. We have different resistance, or we can say that the gray body is involved in a heat resistance. You can calculate by adding or taking the formula of parallel and the series and calculate this type of questions. If the temperature T1, T2, T3 are known, then can be solved simultaneously for the three unknown B1, B2 and B3. The net heat transfer to or from any body is given by the equation. If an insulated wall, if a wall is adiabatic, then the flow of Q net will be 0 at that wall. If the wall is insulated, then the equation of EB is equal to EB3 is equal to B3. We can eliminate one length of the circuit and left hand side of the equation equals 0. Then we can calculate this flow of heat, that is EB1 minus EB2 by 1 minus S1 minus upon S1A1 plus 1 by 1 by A1 F13 plus 1 by A2 F23 plus 1 by A1 F12 plus 1 minus S2 by S2A2. A specific wall heat flux, the heat flux leaving a surface may be known. So the left hand side of the equation can be replaced with the surface known Q net. If the surface 1 were adiabatic and had specific heat flux, then the equation could be solved by EP1 and the unknown temperature T1. Next we have one more examples, that two very long strip which is 1 mm wide and 2.40 meter apart face each other as shown in the figure. We have to find Q net, the heat flow that from 1 to 2 if the surroundings are black and at 250 Kelvin. Second, we have to find the flow of heat at 1 to 2 if they are connected by an insulated diffuse reflector between the edge on both sides. We have in the figure we have emissivity 1 E1 epsilon 1 is equal to 0.3 and epsilon 2 is equal to 0.5. Then the surface is reflecting shield placed on the both sides, and both sides are open to black surroundings. T1 is 400 Kelvin and T2 is 300 Kelvin. Then we can have a Wim factor 1 to 2 is equal to 0.2 and same for 2 to 1. In addition, the F2 to 3 is equal to 1 minus 1 F21 is equal to 0.8. That represents the surroundings or the insulating shield, and the two nodal equation, that is 1451 minus B1 by 2.333 is equal to B1 minus B2 by 1 by 0.2 plus B1 minus B3 by 1 by 0.3. It shows that 459.3 minus B2 by 1 is equal to B2 minus B1 by 1 by 0.2 plus B2 minus B3 by 1 by 0.8. For the black surroundings equation, that cannot be used because the S3 is equal to 1 and the surface resistance would be 0. Then the B3 is equal to the sigma T raised to power 4 3 is equal to the 2 to 1.5 watt per meter square Kelvin. It can be used directly to two equation, that is B1 is equal to 612.1 watt per meter square and the second B2 is equal to the 379.5 watt per meter square. The net flow from the equation we get that Q net 1 to 2 is equal to B1 minus B2 by 1 by A1 F2 1 to 2, that is 46.53 watt per meter. Since each strip also loses heat to the surroundings, the Q net 1 is equal to the F is equal to Q net 2 is equal to F Q net 1 to 2. When the adiabatic shield is placed between them, then 0 is equal to B3 minus B1 by 1 by 0.8 plus B3 minus B2 1 by 0.8. This result that B1 is equal to 987.7 watt per meter square and B2 is equal to 657.4 watt per meter square and the B3 is 822.6 watt per meter square. Because of the adiabatic surface, that Q net 1 is equal to the Q net flow 1 to 2 and Q net 1 to flow is 198 watt per meter. Because of this node on 3 is insulated, it is much easier to use the equation that Q net 1 to 2 is equal to 198 watt per meter. The result of the course is the same and the presence of the reflector increases the net flow from 1 to 2. The temperature of the reflector 3 equation with Q net is equal to 0 and the temperature will become 347 Kelvin. Next we have the algebraic solution for the multi-surface enclosure problems. For the evaluation of radiant heat transfer among the several surfaces proceeds in essentially the same way as the three surfaces. In this case, the electric circuit approaches is less convenient than the formulation based on matrix. An enclosure formed by n surface, we can assume that each surface is diffuse, gray or opaque, so that we can take the value of S is equal to A or density is equal to 1 or the S is equal to minus S. When the temperature and the net heat flux are uniform over each surface, either the temperature or flux must be specified on every surface. The view factor 1 F is equal to I to J between any two surfaces I to J is known. Conduction and the convection within the enclosure can be neglected and any fluid in the enclosure is transparent and non-radiating. We can determine the heat flux at the surface where the temperatures are specified and vice versa. Okay students, this is come to an end, and today we have learned about the gray bodies and the radiation shield. In the next we will learn more about the same heat radiation, and stay tuned for the next. Thank you for watching this video.